Hey everybody, Mike here, and we have a couple pieces of all ambient news that we thought we'd update you with. First off, for those who have not listened to the roundtable and subsequent 4 episodes of breaking down collab songs, the all ambient 4-way collab, which consisted of Kirk, We Dream of Eden, Marshall, Be Still the Earth, Ben, Antarctic Wastelands, and me, Dear Gravity. Go back and listen to those episodes. It was a lot of fun to go through that process of setting time limits, of rotating things from one person to the other, of not getting to touch the song again once you were done with your portion of it. And man, the end results were beautiful, and it was a lot of fun to watch the individual episodes sort of break down what happened at the beginning of each song and where each song wound up at the end. A lot of fun. But what has not been announced yet is how this project is coming into the world. And folks, I can tell you that that information is no longer unknown. That information is no longer a secret. I can tell you now, the all ambient 4-way collab project has adopted the moniker Soma, Sova. And these 4 songs, this very first EP, if you will be releasing on Monday, February 17th to all of your favorite streaming platforms. Really excited that this is something not only that we got to do together as fellow creators and to explore what some of those limits and fences that we put around ourselves brought in the creative process. Like, it was just a joy to do it, period. But I'm also thrilled that the songs turned out amazing and that there is now an avenue for those to be released out into the world. So there you go. The news is that the all ambient 4-way collab series now has a name, and that name is Soma, Sova, and now has a release date, and that release date is February 17th. So go check out the Soma Sova EP in just a few short days. Thanks so much for taking along with us on this entire journey. It's great. And secondly, speaking of being in this together and wanting to hear more from you, we have launched the All Ambient Discord server. For those of you who are unfamiliar with Discord, it's a great platform to connect in community, very similar to like a closed set social media. There's so much more to it. I'm actually kind of a newbie at Discord, but I do know that there's a lot of value in people gathering together who have a specific interest, and the community sort of being built around that and then watching it grow and expand as more and more people show up, more and more ideas. It's a lot of fun. So there's a link to the All Ambient Discord server in the show notes. Click on that, jump on in, introduce yourself, say hi. There's already a really good group of fellow artists, many within the ambient genre and also a growing number outside of the ambient genre, but fellow creators, people who want to be proactive, want to continue to take that next step. It is a great community that's already growing. Introduce yourself. There's a channel to share about upcoming projects. We've got a channel about the podcast, in fact, and you can mention different questions or different subjects that you want to see covered in upcoming episodes. And yeah, within some of the more general channels on the All Ambient Discord server, don't hesitate to let us know what things you want to see added, because we are updating it constantly and people are engaging with it pretty regularly. So come and join us on the All Ambient Discord server. Link is in the show notes. That's all the news for now. We have another great episode coming to you next week. And I suppose there is one other little bit of news. We are in process of transitioning the All Ambient podcast from an audio-only podcast to video. And for those of you who listen on audio, we are doing our absolute best to maintain the same level of quality on the audio side, but to add video to the experience. For those of you who like video, you can do it that way. For those of you who like audio, you can still listen that way. But we are moving in that direction. There are still a handful of episodes that are still audio only. You'll hear those over the coming weeks and months, but we're getting there, and you'll see that transition happening in a little bit. Thanks so much for being on the journey with us. It really is a joy to be in this with you. There's a lot of beauty to doing this together, and for all the conversations we're having, all the different stuff we're talking about, all the ways we're being challenged and inspired, for that to be something that moves not just one person or not just a couple people, but an entire family, an entire community of people who are ready to jump up and move on it. So that's a really cool thing. I'm excited for everything that's already happened, and I'm even more excited for everything that's coming up ahead. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you on the next episode of the All Ambient Podcast.